In this video, we will be going to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is located in Central America and it is one of the most diverse places on Earth. I spent the last few weeks exploring some of the best locations that Costa Rica has to offer, and what surprised me most was the diversity of the wildlife in the jungles that we explored there. We explored these jungles on foot, on boats, and even just driving by. We would have to stop and take a look at these fascinating animals that we would just stumble upon. But Costa Rica isn't just about wildlife. There's also volcanoes and beautiful beaches that you can explore, and we're going to visit those later in the video. In this video, we're going to start at Tortuguero National Park. This place is somewhere that doesn't have any cars. They just use boats to transport their goods and themselves from place to place. We're also going to witness the nearly perfect shape of Arenal Volcano, a volcano that's still active, and you can see the little bit of smoke that comes out of the top. We're going to snorkel in Tamarindo Beach and see what we can find underwater. Finally, we're going to go to a place that mixes all of these elements together in Manuel Antonio. We're going to visit Manuel Antonio National Park, and I'm gonna show you what the beaches look like there in Manuel Antonio. The purpose of this video is to share with you the amazing wildlife that I stumbled upon while traveling to Costa Rica, share some fascinating facts, and just show you the adventure that I went on while traveling this country. I hope you enjoy exploring Costa Rica with me. Let's get started. This is Tortuguero, Costa Rica. We stayed here in Tortuguero National Park, which is Costa Rica's Little Amazon. The craziest thing about this remote village is that it's only accessible by boat or plane. There are no cars or motorcycles here. Instead, to traverse this area, you need to use a boat. Once you arrive, you're surrounded by endless canals, lush forests, and some of the most diverse wildlife in the country. Tortuguero National Park is a maze of rivers and lagoons. During my visit, the rainfall was unpredictable and some of the strongest I've ever experienced. The accommodation in Tortuguero was the highlight for me. The cottage was open air with thin wiring covering the windows, and I had the best nap of my life here with the ambient rainfall. Hello everybody, we have just arrived in Tortuguero, Costa Rica. This is my little cottage that we will be staying in for the next 2 nights. So far in Costa Rica, it has been raining a lot. So I want to show you guys the room here. This is what it looks like from the outside. They provide an umbrella, and then if you come inside here, there's a little mirror right in the front, and then 2 flamingo type looking things making a heart on the bed. And then the outside, you can see everything, and this is transparent, so there's no air conditioning or heater. It's open to the outside. It is so loud right now, raining and raining. It is downpouring right now in here. Tortuguero is home to over 400 species of birds, along with monkeys, caimans, and even jaguars, though spotting a jaguar is pretty rare. Jaguars usually come out at night and target small animals like cats and dogs. The beach near where I was staying is one of the most important nesting sites for green sea turtles in the world. If you're here between July and October, you might witness hundreds of turtles crawling onto shore to lay their eggs. And a couple months later, tiny hatchlings make their way back to the ocean. But these are also a target for birds and jaguars during this time. If you explore the national park and the canals, you can expect to run into countless wildlife, but even where you stay, you will most likely run into monkeys trying to get into the kitchens for some free food. These monkeys look cute, but don't encourage them or feed them. On the water in the national park, we found a diverse set of birds, iguanas, lizards, and caimans. Monkeys were scaling the trees around us, and you could hear the amount of activity that there was in the jungle. It really makes you think that if there's this much activity on the shores, what is going on inside of the dense tree line in the background? The sense of scale and appreciation you get for how well Costa Rica has conserved their wildlife is incredible. Killing any animal is illegal, and you will be immediately thrown in prison if you're caught with any poaching activity. That's why, today, Tortuguero is wild, remote, and absolutely magical if you love animals. If you're looking for an adventure deep in nature, this is a place in Costa Rica for you. Let's make our way inland and enjoy something massive that appears on the Costa Rican horizon. Arenal Volcano. This is one of Costa Rica's most iconic landmarks. Arenal is a near-perfect cone-shaped volcano. If you ask a Costa Rican child to draw a volcano, they will draw Arenal Volcano. That's how ingrained and iconic this volcano is to the country. Just a few decades ago, this was one of the most active volcanoes in the world, and sinkholes from Arenal's past eruptions can be found in the surrounding area. But today, Arenal is surrounded by adventure, hot springs, hiking trails, and breathtaking landscapes. It's a completely different side of Costa Rica, and on another boat safari near Arenal Volcano, our boat was boarded by a troop of monkeys. So if you see this lizard right here, it's called the Jesus Christ lizard, and it can walk on water. We followed this lizard, and it was on this tree that you see here, and as you can see, it's actually hiding from the monkeys because these monkeys can hunt and kill this lizard for food. So you can see right there, it's avoiding the monkey at all costs. After the lizard got away, the monkeys then took interest in the boat. They started boarding the boat, and I think they were just looking for food. And while I was filming this, I was actually really scared that the monkeys were just gonna grab my phone and run away with it, because I've seen videos of that happening. So I have the camera in the monkey's face right here, and I'm actually pretty scared that he's gonna just jump at me and grab my phone. But I don't think they're interested in phones. They are just interested in trying to find some extra food from the boats, which we didn't have any. We just had some water with us. And this was the closest interaction we had with monkeys during the trip, which was pretty cool to experience, and definitely a highlight on the adventures in Costa Rica. From the Arenal region of Costa Rica, we head higher into the mountains of Monteverde. I was able to capture Monteverde on a clear afternoon in order to take in how beautiful this mountainous region is. Monteverde is one of the most important ecosystems in Costa Rica. This high altitude jungle is constantly bathed in mist, creating the perfect environment for an incredible variety of plants and animals. Outside my room when I arrived, there was a white-nosed coati. I saw several of these animals during my stay here. All animals are very friendly and nonchalant with visitors here because in Costa Rica, the animals are very well protected and used to humans. We also ran into a pair of macaws. These red birds mate for life, and we were able to find them as they were resting in this tree. Monteverde is truly amazing proof of why protecting nature matters. Now, it's time to visit the crystal clear waters of Tamarindo Beach, Costa Rica. After going through all of the places that we've been to, Tortuguero, Monteverde, I am really excited to be at this beach, and I can't wait to see what it looks like from the air. So I'll see you guys in the sky. This is Tamarindo Beach, where Costa Rica touches the Pacific coast. Through this video, I wanted to showcase just how much range Costa Rica has in its diversity of not only the animals, but the types of places you can expect to find here. Tamarindo Beach is a popular and lively surf town for Costa Rican locals. You can find golden sand, rolling waves, and an abundance of food options in this area. I was impressed with how clear the water was here in Tamarindo Beach. The weather wasn't too hot and it wasn't too cold either. Just off the coast, boats gather for fishing trips, sunset cruises, and some of the best snorkeling in the region. I didn't see many animals under the water here when I was snorkeling, but it probably depends on where you go. Recently, there was a storm in this area and a sunken ship had ended up near the beach here. The city is charging fines each month that the ship stays there, so depending on when you visit, this ship might be cleaned up by the time you get there. But it was something interesting that I found while exploring the beach. Tamarindo captures the essence of Costa Rica's coast. Wild, beautiful, and full of adventure, just like Manuel Antonio. We have made it to Manuel Antonio. This is our last stop here in Costa Rica, and I want to show you guys the suite. I'm staying in a suite because they upgraded me. There were no other rooms available for me, so this is what it looks like. We've got the dining table, the couch. We have this bathroom right here. I'll turn this off because it's kind of loud. And then some beautiful paintings of underwater right here with the sea otter. And then over here we got the kitchen. And then if we go over here, we'll show you the bedroom. The bedroom is pretty cool. We have a pelican here, a brown pelican. And this is what the bedroom looks like. It's pretty awesome. This is the first time I'm looking into the bathroom, and here you go. Hello. We've got the shower right here, and this is going to be our home for the next day. We're gonna be staying here one day, but it is our last major stop in Costa Rica, and I'm excited to show you guys the national park when we go there tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Manuel Antonio is one of Costa Rica's most famous national parks. It's known for its stunning mix of lush rainforest, abundant wildlife, and pristine beaches. When I arrived here, I witnessed Manuel Antonio's beauty firsthand. Manuel Antonio is Costa Rica's smallest national park, but it's the most popular, and it's packed with biodiversity just like the rest of the country. You should definitely walk through the national park, and when you go through there, you should get a guide, and the guide will most likely have a scope with him to capture the animals that are too far away or too hard to see. It's possible to see the 3 most rare monkeys in Costa Rica here: the white-faced capuchin monkeys, the Central American squirrel monkeys, and the howler monkeys. Other iconic animals include 3-toed sloths, coatis like we saw in Monteverde, and all kinds of lizards, frogs, and birds. The best part of Manuel Antonio, and why I think it's the most popular, is that after the lengthy national park trail and animal spotting walk, you're so sweaty from the walk, and you're greeted by an incredible beach where you can cool off and relax. Alright guys, we have made it to the end of the national park trail, where we were looking for different types of wildlife in the trail of the national park. And at the very end of the park, you get to see this incredible beach. It's a really nice way to end the trail. So I'm gonna take a swim here at the beach, and they said there's a sunken ship down here, so I'm gonna go check it out. National Geographic named Manuel Antonio one of the world's most beautiful national parks. What makes Manuel Antonio unique is its perfect blend of adventure and relaxation, where you can hike through the tropical forests in the morning, spot exotic wildlife, and at the end of the day, just lounge on some of Costa Rica's most beautiful beaches. My hope is that this video encouraged you to visit the beautiful country of Costa Rica. Before coming to Costa Rica, I didn't have this appreciation for how well the country has taken care of its resident animals and the environment as a whole. It's amazing to see how raw, untouched, and untamed Costa Rica really is. Thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.